Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book of the Berenstain Bear Love Their Neighbors from 2009. So let's get started. The Bear family was quite proud of their handsome treehouse, and they worked hard to keep it neat and tidy. The trim was friendly painted, the front steps were scrubbed, and the windows was washed. The yard was mowed, and the flower bed was weeded. Even the leaves on the tree were carefully trimmed and clipped. Most of their neighbors took care of their homes as well. The panda across the street was even bigger neatniks than the bears. It seemed they was always hard at work sweeping and cleaning. Farmer Ben's farm just down the road was always in apple pie order too. Even his chicken coop was as neat as a pin. A place for everything and everything in its place. That's my motto, said Farmer Ben. The Bear family had a few neighbors whose homes were positively fancy, like Mayor Honeypot, the bear who rode around Beartown in his long limousine. His house was 3 stories tall and built of bricks. It had a big brass knocker on the front door and statue of flamingos on the front yard. Even more impressive was the mansion of Squire Grizzly, the richest bear in all bear country. It stood on a hill surrounded by acre of yard and garden. Dozens of servants and gardeners took care of the place. The bear family was proud of their neighbors, and they got along well with all their neighbors. Except for the Bog brothers. The Bog brothers lived in a rundown old shack not far from the Bear family treehouse, but their roof was caving in and the whole place leaned to one side. There was junk all over the yard. Chicken, dogs, and cats ran everywhere. A big pig waddled in the mud out back. They are a disgrace to the neighborhood. Yes, agreed Papa. They certainly are a problem. One bright spring morning, the Bear family was working outside, cleaning up and fixing up. When the Bog brothers came along, they were driving their broken down old jalopy. It made a terrible clinking racket. As they drove past the treehouse, one of the Bog brothers spit out the car. It nearly missed the Bear mailbox. Really? Said Mama, shocked. Those Bog brothers are a disgrace. I agree, said Papa, getting the mail out of the mailbox. I'm afraid they are not very good neighbors. Papa looked through the mail and found a big yellow flyer rolled up. He opened it and showed it to the rest of the family. Oh boy, said sister and brother. It's like a big block party. Can we go? It certainly sounds like fun, said Mama. What do you think, Papa? Everyone in town will be there, said Papa. We ought to go too. Yeah, cried the cubs. So on Saturday morning, they piled in the car. They had a picnic basket and folding chairs. They were looking forward to a day of fun and excitement. But as they drove along, the car began to make funny sounds. It started out as a pocket, but soon developed into a pocket whiz. Oh dear, said Mama. What is that awful sound the car is making? Just then the car made a much worse sound, like a loud clink. It came to a sudden halt, and the radiator cap blew off. They climbed out, and Papa opened the hood. "I guess it's overheated," said Papa, waving at the cloud of steam with his hat. "Oh no," said Sister. "How are we going to get to the Beartown Festival?" "Maybe someone will stop and give us a hand," said Papa. "Hopefully. Look, here come the car. Let's all wave. Maybe they will stop." It was Mayor and Mrs. Honeypot in their long Labrador limousine. They was on their way to the festival too. Their car slowed down, but it didn't stop. The mayor leaned his head out of the window. "Sorry we can't stop," he said. "We are late already. I'm master of ceremony today. I got to be there on time. I'm sure someone will stop to help you." And he pulled away with a squeeze of the tire. Said Papa. "Maybe someone else will come along." Soon another car did come along. It was Squire and Lady Grizzly being driven to the festival in their big black Grizz Royce. They slowed down too. Lady Grizzly rolled down her window. "I'm afraid we can't stop," she said. "We don't have time. I am the judge of the flower arrangement contest. We simply must hurry." And with that, they pulled away. "Maybe no one is going to stop," said Sister. "Maybe we are never going to get to the festival." "One of our neighbors is sure to stop and help us," said Mama. "After all, that's what neighbors are for." "Yeah," said Brother, "but do they know that?" A cloud of dust appeared down the road. "Here comes someone now," Sister said eagerly. The dust cloud drew closer, and they could hear a clinking racket getting louder. "Oh no," said Papa, shading his eyes and peering down the road. "Is that who I think it is?" It was the Bog Brothers. They came clinking up their raggedy old jalopy and screeching to a halt. First one, and then another of the Bog Brothers came climbing out. "Howdy," said the first Bog Brothers. "Hello there," said Papa. "I'm Lean," said the first Bog Brothers. "I can see you're having trouble. Some trouble with your vehicle." "Well, yes, we are," said Papa. "Maybe we can give you a hand," said Lean. "That would be very neighborly of you," said Papa. "Here," claimed "Hey, Sherm," called Lean. "Get out the rope." The other two Bog Brothers rooted around the back of the old jalopy and came up with a length of rope. They hitched it to the back of the bumper of their car and tied the other end around the front bumper of the bear car. "All aboard," said Liam. The bear family climbed hastily back in their car. The Bog Brother pulled away, towing the bear car behind them. "Where are they taking us?" asked Mama. Papa shrugged. "At least we are moving." Brother and sister hoped the Bog Brothers wouldn't take them down to their old shack. They didn't want to meet their big pig. They soon pulled into a run-down filling station. Someone who looked like an older version of the Bog Brothers came out. "Hello, Uncle Zeke," said Liam. "Hello, nephew," said Uncle Zeke. "What can I do for you?" "These poor folks broke down on the road," said Liam. "You reckon you can fix them up?" "Let's take a look," said Uncle Zeke. He looked under the car hood, banging and clinking around, and came up with a length of busted hose. "Radiator hose," he said. "Busted clean open. I should have another one of them around here somewhere." Uncle Zeke rummaged around behind the filling station and soon came back with a radiator hose. He banged and clinked under the hood for a few minutes more. There, he said, wiping his hands. Good as new. He topped off the radiator, and you folks can go on your way. Thank you very much, said Papa, relieved. He shook hands with Uncle Zeke and the Bog brothers. Thank you, said Mama, brother, and sister. Honey Bear waved. How much do we owe you? Said Papa, reaching for his wallet. Nothing, said Liam. This one is on us. After all, we are neighbors. That's right, said Mama with a gulp. Where in fact, how would you neighbors like to come over to our house for dinner next week? Papa, brother, and sister all stared at Mama with their mouth open. That's right neighborly of you, said Liam. Don't mind if we do. Jim cooking had been getting a bite tiresome. Too much possum stew. We are on our way to the Bear Town Festival, said Papa. Would you like to join us? Sure would, said Liam. We ain't been to a big shindig since Grandpa's 90th birthday party. So the Bear family drove to the Bear Town with the Bog brothers and Uncle Zeke. They were a little late, but they hadn't missed much. Just Mayor Honeypot welcome speech. They all joined the games, ride, and contest. When it was time for the firework, the Bog brothers lively things up with some music of their own. The next week, the Bog brothers came over to the Bear Treehouse for dinner. They wore their best clothes and got all springed up for the occasion. They even bought a housewarming gift, a big pot of Sherm's special possum stew. It was delicious. So that was the Berenstain Bear, Love Their Neighbors, from 2009. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.